What's up, everyone? I'm the Classic Rocker, and I am back for a challenge and a full apology to Vudu and the Japanese pros and whoever else I may have included in my rant at the very end of the stream just a few hours ago. I just wanted to issue this because I looked at the footage that Vudu included in the link, and I'm just blown away that nobody in the Fortnite universe has promoted this. What's up, Noctis Jr.? Good to see you, man. So let me just try to explain and then show you what I just saw, because to give you a little backstory, when Vudu showed me this footage a few months back, at the very moment that he told me to take a look at this, I happened to see this Japanese pro using his sticks while he was making a kill, and I have asserted, and I still believe this, I haven't changed my belief about aim assist being active while gyro is active. But in that clip a few months ago, I saw, and it's late, I couldn't sleep because I was just so bothered about everything. I'm so passionate about gyro and trying to make this a thing for Fortnite. And really all I want is I want there to be some type of instructional material that can be repeatable, and that's what I've been trying to do and failing miserably over the last 3 years basically to try to put this together. But after seeing, let me just finish this story because I'm just going off on different tangents. It's 5:30 in the morning. I just stopped streaming at 2:30, and then I've got work to do here in a few hours, so I just got to get this off my chest. But the clip or the footage that he showed me at the moment that I saw it, the Japanese pro was using his sticks. Okay, so when you use the controller overlay, you could see this green light up on the sticks. Okay, and at that moment that I saw him making a kill, Vudu was telling me that, you know, he wasn't using any sticks, so it doesn't matter if he's got aim assist turned to 100%. Okay, so when he was making the kill, I saw this a little bit while he was doing that, and so I just immediately just said, you know, he's using aim assist, and never thought anything about it after that again. Well, after looking very closely at this footage and slowing it down, and I'm going to show you as proof, this guy is doing stuff that has never been done before. You know, it's groundbreaking, and I can't believe that nobody is promoting this, so I'm going to promote the heck out of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just show you what I just saw that is just incredible. So let's go ahead and turn display capture on. All right, so this is, he's known to me as TZD Calf. I don't know if he's changed his name because it used to say TZD here, now it says GRE, and I can't read Japanese, and I don't understand Japanese. So let me just show you this footage because this is incredible stuff here. Okay, so let's fast forward. Okay, first let me just show you this building footage, okay? Because I also have said I don't think it's possible to build like this without using a stick, right? Well, here I stand corrected. This is all building with no stick. Okay, this is the Japanese pro making all of this happen in creative just like it's nothing. Okay, so then let's fast forward. he gets into a match of reload. And let's just see how he destroys everything. Okay. Let's fast forward. Oh, here, watch this. Okay, I'm going to turn this to playback speed. 50%. Okay, what I want you to pay attention to is this right stick when it gets lit up. Okay. Because when I first saw the clip that Vudu was showing me, the stick was lit up when it was making a kill, and I just immediately just dismissed it. Okay. But after watching him blow through this lobby, hardly ever using this stick at all, this is noteworthy. Okay, so check this out. This is the first kill. First shot hits him for 95. No stick in action at all. Okay. Second shot. No stick in action. Just pure gyro. I am fully, at this point, after I saw this, I just was like, I was wrong. Because I didn't know that it was to this extent. So as much as I thought that I knew about gyro, I clearly know nothing. You know, you've seen me try to do things over and over and over again, and from this point forward, I'm going to try and dedicate myself to learning what this guy is doing and how to do it, so that I can build and use the things that I did make discoveries on and try to further it. But this has to be the base level, right? In my mind, this should be the base or the beginning of how you learn how to use gyro or learn how to do this kind of stuff. So watch this. We're just going to keep going through this footage. That's just one. That's kill number one. Okay. Kill number two. Boom. No stick being enacted there, and he just shoots him in the head. Dead. Okay. And his stick is being moved after the fact, which, again, I didn't pay attention to any of that when that footage was being shown to me a few months ago, because I just happened to look at it at a time that he was using his stick on a kill. Okay, so let's fast forward. Okay, I think he just got another kill right here. Yep, that's 2. So let's fast forward. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I want to try to get to this a little quicker. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Okay, no stick. He missed the shot. Boom. Hits him for 50, no stick. Missed, still no stick. No stick. It's lined up on his face. Boom, 95, no stick. AR, no stick. Okay. Then let's see if I can fast forward to some of these other kills that he got that were just incredible. And this is just the first match. It's going to play an ad. Hang on a second. Let's skip it. There we go. What's going on here? Oh, I must have accidentally clicked it. Okay. Alright, let's try to find... There's one kill that he gets here with the scoped weapon that I was just like, incredible. No sticks. You see how much he's moving the controller? Okay. It should be coming here. I mean, look at how he's just blown through all of that. And part of the reason why he's able to do this, because I've used his settings when Vudu showed this to me a few months ago. Part of it is because everything is set so slow. So the gyro is set low, and also his sticks are set very low. Okay. But let's keep looking. Boom. No stick. Let's watch that again. That's a jump shot. Jumps down. Breaks the roof. It's coming. I think I just backed it up too far. Here it is. Boom. No stick, jump shot, 83. Impeccable stuff. Okay, I need to find this AR or this scoped kill, because it's going to bug me. I have to show this off. Okay, he doesn't even have a scoped weapon in his inventory. Okay, he hits that with no stick. Okay, I gotta wait till he gets a scoped weapon in his inventory. Okay, I must have missed it then, because there was a scoped weapon that he had. Nope, now he's got purple and gold. I don't know where I saw that scoped weapon at. Let's go back further. No, it's not there. It's not there either. Well, anyways, I'll have to find it and show it to you guys later. But my point is that, hey, what's up, Kobe? Is me. Yes, we are live right now. I'm just trying to get this off my chest. Turn display capture off. Because I want to say that I was wrong about the Japanese pros using aim assist, because I saw footage that was like, I just happened to look at a time that was right in the middle of him using his stick during one of the kills, but the majority of what he's doing in this footage, just in the first match, all of it is just pure gyro. Okay, so mad respect. I didn't know this was a thing. And so I just want to say that, first of all, to Vudu, right? Sorry, bro, that I pushed against you so hard again on this subject, because you were right and I was wrong. I still believe what I believe about aim assist being active. I'm not saying that I'm apologizing about that, okay? Because I know what I feel when I play the game. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to say that what you were trying to say was, hey, even if aim assist is active, they're hardly even using the stick, right? And I just completely dismissed it because of what I saw initially 3 months ago. But after going through this footage in slow motion and seeing the level of accuracy that this guy was using, this is incredible stuff, you know? And the fact that this has not been promoted by Fortnite, I don't know what we're doing. You know, that was the whole point of my rant. If you want to hear what I was saying at the end of the stream that just happened a couple hours ago, the name of it is Mouse Movement on Controller. Because I thought that I'm trying to make another discovery on how to, you know, fix these problems with gyro, but you know, maybe I'm not doing it right. I mean, I spent this whole time trying to figure out how to do these things on my own. And then with this year of streaming, I've met so many different people with different opinions about gyro. And this is the thing that I wish that I could see from the gyro community. So I issued my apology, right? This is my apology to the Japanese pros and to Vudu, okay? Now I'm issuing this challenge because what would happen if this footage got out there and was promoted? What would happen if the gyro community stopped being so full of pride about the way that they believe gyro should be done and actually just said, hey, let's just pretend that I don't know anything about gyro and just try stuff? Because nobody is doing anything definitive for the game of Fortnite with gyro in terms of like instructional material, in terms of just footage that's out there and getting popular, you know? And so my challenge is this, is that if you're not using aim assist, then just turn your sliders to 0%. And that shouldn't be controversial. And that was my whole point anyways. I wasn't trying to be adversarial or be rude or be toxic, because anybody that has watched my channel knows that I'm not the toxic kind of streamer, and I'm not a toxic kind of guy in terms of how I handle stuff. So everything that I've said that was strong or controversial was done with love and done with a good intent and a good spirit and a good heart in mind. Okay. But hey, what's up, Vudu? I just saw that you're in the chat here. But I'm sorry, bro. You were right. I was wrong. And the title of this live stream right now is a full apology and a challenge to Vudu and the Japanese pros, because you guys deserve that. You know, Vudu, if it wasn't for Vudu, I wouldn't have thought about this footage. If it wasn't for Vudu, a lot of you guys that are watching this wouldn't have even seen it. Wouldn't even know about me or know about this footage, okay? So the things that Vudu has done to help further gyro, even though it's not him personally playing the game and showing his footage and showing his expertise and making instructional material, he's doing a lot by connecting things, you know, and maybe one day he will put out his own footage. But I'm just saying that I spent the first part showing the footage off of the Japanese pro that should be completely groundbreaking. Like, that footage by itself should be like one of the most popular things that's in Fortnite right now, that somebody can take a controller, use no stick, and just destroy a lobby like he did in that first match. So I'm just saying the challenge portion of this, and I'm sorry that this is wordy, I'm just trying to get this off my chest. It's 5:55 in the morning, okay? I couldn't sleep because I was just so concerned about this whole situation, because I gave myself to the end of the month to say, if I can't figure this out, then I'm just not going to do gyro anymore for now and just focus on boost and aim assist, okay? But I am trying to say that if we can all just be more humble as a community and just find ways to further this game and make instructional material. This is what I'm trying to challenge us to do. To promote the pros that are actually doing something with this, but nobody's talking about it. You see? We need to make some noise for these people that are doing this stuff because nobody knows about it. You know, so I'm going to try to make as much noise as I can about these Japanese pros now that I understand what it is that they're actually doing, and I took the time to really look at their footage and break it down in slow motion. Okay. So what I'm saying is that I'm going to, from this point forward, it's not to the end of the month anymore. I'm going to switch to Boost, right? And just sticks. Now, in my next stream, I'm going to dedicate myself to trying to learn the basic level of what this Japanese guy's doing. So maybe it's going to suck. Maybe it's going to be worse than I've ever done, but I have to use this as the base level of learning and then take all of the concepts that I've come up with on top of that and try to add to that. You see, because at a fundamental level with him just using no stick and just gyro only, that's all clean. All of that movement that he's making, even though it is slow, it's slower to go faster. Because again, his settings were less than 1 on the gyro, and his stick settings were like 36, which is really slow, you see. So I'm just saying that I've made some pretty bold statements to try and draw out the gyro master. You know, hey, where are you at? You know, if you know more, here I am, show me how to do it, right? Well, now that I see what's happening, even though they're not coming out and physically saying, hey, here I am, here's the instructional material, here's how it goes, I'm going to try and reverse engineer this so that I can make the instructional material to show other people how to do this. Because if he can do this at a fundamental level this slowly, then that's the basis for which everyone should start to learn how to play gyro, and then we build on top of that. Because the way that I've got it right now, I've got like 5 hours of instructional material that you have to like really even try to pay attention to it to try to understand what it is that I'm doing. Because you have all of these different things that are going on that are at play that maybe I'm just making this way more complicated than it has to be. I don't know. All I know is that I just want to do what this guy did after watching the footage, okay? And then use all of the stuff that I learned on top of it to be like icing on the cake. So it's like I have the foundation backwards. What this guy is doing should be the foundation. Everything else that I've done over this last year in streaming should be on top of that, right? So the basic level of movement should be what this guy is doing, okay? So anytime somebody comes and wants to know more about this, I'm going to say, watch this guy and see if you can copy what he is doing. And that's what I'm going to dedicate my next stream to or my next several streams is to trying to watch his footage. I'm going to do this live on stream. I'm going to watch his footage and then I'm going to try and copy it. This is just like when I was trying to learn how to play guitar and there was a song that I wanted to learn because it was like really cool to me and I liked how it goes. I would just sit there with the tape recorder back then, and then it was a CD player, right? Sometimes it was a record player, and I would just sit there and listen, try to play it, listen again, try to play it, nope, that's not right, and just do all that until I figured out what they were doing, okay? Because unfortunately I can't speak Japanese, so there's a language barrier. You know, I've tried talking to this guy in chat when Vudu introduced me to him, but there's just a language barrier there that's not gonna, you know, probably get broken unless we were to be face to face in person, right? So I'm gonna spend the next time or the next few streams really trying to learn what this guy is doing. So I'm not gonna say much more. I didn't want this to be very long. I just wanted this to be live and on record that this is from my heart. You know, Gyro, Fortnite, all of it is my passion. And again, sorry to Vudu for pushing back so hard against what you were saying about this stuff, and sorry to the Japanese pros for saying that you're only destroying because of aim assist, because it's not true. I just went through the footage in slow motion and watched for his stick movement, and it's nowhere to be found. So again, okay, let me see if I can go through the chat here, because it kind of started blowing up a little bit. All right, so Vudu says, I care about Gyro being popular regardless of the person or the game. I've been going from person to person, game to game, trying to get stuff going for a while, so I got a lot of I got a lot of interactions. Kobe is me says, maybe at the end of the month you give on maining the sticks and try it our way and use the sticks as secondary movement. Oxline says, what are the Japanese pro settings like then? So their settings are less than 1. It's like 0.5, and then the rest is like 1. I can't remember all of it. I have to go through and look at his settings again, but all I know is that it was all just like so super low on the gyro. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, and I don't think that necessarily anybody thought that I was being toxic. I just was saying that to say that you know, the subject matter is controversial in the gyro community. You know, because I've tried to make awareness about this in Reddit and have been upvoted and downvoted so many times that it's just ridiculous. So I know that this subject is kind of controversial, but so what? I was wrong about this part of it, but I still believe what I said about the other part of it. You know, I just want to be public about it because I was public about my statements. And so if I did this in private, I would do it in private, but because I did it publicly, I'm going to apologize publicly for it. Okay. Let's see. Vudu says the hardest part in Fortnite is that the competitive side, and that he's doing that for us. You're right, though. We can supplement that with the explanation. He'll probably be fine with you explaining for him. These live streams have tremendous value for, the Oxline says, these live streams have tremendous value for those of us who are islands of gyro enthusiasm with scarce resources for sharing learning about movement controls, if for no other reason than to see other people struggling as well. Yeah, 0.5 is really low, but that's the reason why he has so much control, you see. So if I could start with his baseline and learn what he is doing, then I can adjust from there. You see, not everybody's going to play at 0.5, right? But if I can take what he's doing and break it down so I can understand the movement necessary and then show people how to bump it to their comfort level, how much would that help the gyro community? A lot. So that's what I'm trying to do here. That's what this channel is about. We're Gyro Gang here on this channel. I may not be live tonight because I'm going to celebrate my son's birthday party a little early. His birthday's in a few days, but we're going to do it early. And depending on what time that gets done and how tired I am, maybe I will stream tonight. But I wanted to get this off my chest this morning because I couldn't sleep. So, anyways, I'm going to try to get some sleep. Love you guys. And Vudu, again, you're the man, bro. Forgive me for my ignorance. And Japanese pros, if I could speak Japanese, I would say something to you so gracious and nice in Japanese. But I just want to say mad respect to you, and I was wrong about you using aim assist to do your masterful gyro techniques.